From November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no signs necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence.
Hey, look, I know we all ain't buying shit this week, right? Don't be no scab. I don't want to see no Amazon packages that you're building. If you at Target, you better be stealing. These companies think we're pussy. They think we're not going to follow through.
Anyone that wants this regime out of office, I need y'all to lock in. Today to December 2nd is a nationwide blackout. Don't leave yet. I got some things to tell you.
Hello good people, welcome to African Commentary. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing, like and share the videos. Here we learn and grow every day. So something is happening in America and I didn't know about this. I just came across some videos on TikTok whereby Americans have decided to have this mass blackout which is running since 25th November to 2nd December. And wow, Americans are really fed up. So what does this mass blackout mean? It means that Americans have decided they're not going to spend, no spending, they're not going to work. Because what happens when they stop spending and stop working? The economy suffers. And you know what? Without the Americans, there is no America, you see? The people are the economy. If they stop working, if they stop spending, how are the billionaires or the capitalists in the nation US going to survive? So without speaking much, let's watch some videos from the Americans and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Let me know, what do you think about this whole issue?
From November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no signs necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence. Because we've marched, we've begged, most of us voted the right way. And now we're just going to sit back and test the one thing this country truly worships: money. See, this isn't the first time we've tried this, right? Economic boycotts have always been the heartbeat of real change, from Montgomery to Operation Breadbasket. When the buses lost money, segregation fell. When companies realized ignoring Black consumers meant losing profit, they started hiring, promoting, and pandering. History has already shown us that pulling our dollars hits harder than any speech, any march, any protest ever could. The timing isn't random. Black Friday is the biggest spending weekend in America. Billions get poured into corporations that barely reinvest in the communities that made them rich in the first place. So from November 25th to December 2nd, the goal is simple, okay? Buy nothing that doesn't circulate back into us. You hear me? Support small, support local, support Black. Because when we withhold our dollars, we remind this country that we're not just consumers. We are the economy. So yeah, the mass blackout isn't about canceling Christmas or skipping joy. It's about shifting power and realizing that every dollar that we spend is a vote for the world that we live in. They've ignored our voices. They've ignored our pain. Let's see if they ignore our absence. We're not asking anymore. We are shutting this shit down. Okay? No spending. If you do need something, make sure you go to farmers market, support small businesses. There's a ton of places that you can go to make sure you support the right people, not corporations. We are done.
Are we doing it? That's the question I have for you. Are we going to do the mass blackout, November 25th, December 2nd, 1 week, where we Americans, we the people, take our power back away from the people, the billionaires who are looking to suppress us? Now look, the movement, it's not going to be easy. This is not for the faint at heart. It is going to require some level of uncomfortability. That's the truth. Change never comes easy. But if you think we're going to get out of this funk, the funk that we're in, just sitting by, waiting until 2026 and 2028 to make the changes, it's not going to work. We have to start that change. We have to be that change. That is what the mass blackout is. A complete cultural shift. Now, the main things, the main actions of this movement are 2 things. Stop spending. No spending, no work. Why? Capitalism is a will. You stop spending, you stop working, what happens to the will? It stops. That's what feeds capitalism. We do. Us working, us waking up 6 a.m., not getting home until 10 p.m. We stop doing that, these billionaires feel it. The longer it goes, the more effect it has. We need to get their attention. They need to realize they're not America. The people are America. The church is not the pastor. The church is not the building. The congregation is the church. Same thing applies for America. And so I'm asking all of you, if you're going to participate, I have one big favor. Think of 5 people. 5 people right now that you know, family, friends, coworkers, whoever. Ask them to participate in the mass blackout. 1 week. 1 week. Now, some of you are going, I don't know, Alex. I don't know, bud. I don't think I can do no spending. I gotta work. I got bills to pay. I get it. I have a list for you. Alternatives. A list of alternatives. 25. For those of you who have to work, for those of you who want to spend, can you at least do one of these? One of these. Pick one. I would invite you to do at least 5. Some of you are already doing this list. You are already doing it. You just didn't know about it. But pick 5 out of this list to do during that week. This also hurts the pockets of the billionaires. Spend locally. Cash only. Carpool. Cook at home. Do you have to stream that week? I understand that you want to watch Stranger Things, but you can catch that later. There are so many other ways to contribute. A social media detox. Stop feeding the machine. That's all I'm asking for 1 week. Let them realize that when you suppress us, we fight back. We are America. And that's all I'm asking. I'm asking you guys to take back your power. Are we doing it? If we're doing it, leave a comment, repost, and share. Stay hopeful. Trust your gut, and always know you're not crazy.
We have a very urgent message. The People's Sick Day have chosen dates. That's right, everyone. It's go time, and I need everyone to help me spread the message. But there are some things that changed, and I'm going to tell you why. From the beginning of us calling the People's Sick Day, we have said that we are going to do a 3-day economic and labor blackout. We wanted to shut down for 3 days, and we only wanted to give a 48-hour notice. Of course, we thought this is the most strategic thing to do. They don't see us coming. We only give a short amount of time. We wait until we get enough people to make the impact that we need, and then we call the dates. But let's be honest. Look around you. Shit's moving, and it's moving fast. Other organizations are calling dates for November 25th to December 2nd, and we decided that that is the time we need to move as well. We have to set our egos to the side. Everyone needs to be doing this at the exact same time. So we push all of our egos to the side, and we are joining up with those dates for the most impact. That is the goal. If we don't stand up and do something, millions of people are going to be without food. Millions of people are going to be without health care. This is not getting any better. So it's time for us to take action now, united, no matter what. Even if it's not done the way that we wanted it done, we get it done. So everyone, spread the word far and wide. It is time to take the organized labor blackout. Now it's time for every other organization to jump on board. We don't have any more time. So this is a call out to not only help spread the message, but to hold these other organizations accountable. It's time to make the move. Every content creator, every person with a platform, if you're not picking this up and you're not pushing this message, why? Why are you not joining us? Time is running out. You know it. I know it. So let's go.
I know you weren't about to scroll, as I'm about to tell you the most important piece of information of the day. I've been tagged in all kinds of videos about this, so I'm going to speak on it. The mass blackout, which is happening from November 25th to December 2nd, I'm all in. I'm engaging, I'm participating. I'll be advocating for this with the Big Beautiful Boycott. We'll be pushing that information in our Discord as well as on our website once it's up and running. The People's Sick Day, who I have also advocated for that movement and their leadership, they've picked these dates as well. All of us, we're all coming together because we have to be one unified front. I'm going to go through the list of asks. You guys are going to flip out. That's fine, but I'm asking you to stay with me because I have a plan for you on the other end of this. First and foremost, if you want to take your country back, all you got to do is hit the pockets of the millionaires, billionaires, and the regime at the helm right now. They speak two languages, money and power. They hold hands. If you take away money, they don't have power. So the asks are this: no work. We'll talk about it. Don't flip out. No spending, no restaurants twice, by the way, super important. We don't need to go out to a restaurant to eat. We don't need DoorDash and we don't need Uber Eats. I lived in the 90s. I know there wasn't that. No projects, no events. Let's talk about what all of this means and how to prepare for it. I've put together a checklist. All you have to do is follow the checklist and we'll be good to go. I'm also going to put this picture of this checklist in the comments, so make sure you boost that so it stays at the top, and also make sure you save a copy for yourself. Number one, essentials and groceries. People got to eat during this time, right? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stock up on food, household items, and medications prior to November 25th. Now, we don't want there to be a surge in spending prior to the blackout. So what we're asking is that you buy from local or community-owned stores whenever possible, and you only buy exactly what you need to get through that brief period of time. Number two, your finances. Make sure you pay your bills and complete essential purchases before the blackout period. We're not going above and beyond. We don't need to spend more than we usually do. Just make sure everything that is going to be due during that time is taken care of. We are going to avoid large corporate spending during November 25th to December 2nd. If you must spend, you need to do it within a local business, a small business, something like that. We are not going to engage with major corporations. Now, work is where people get a little bit hesitant. So we're just going to ask that you do what you can. If you have PTO that you can use, that you can take some days off, do it. If you can't, well, then you're still showing up, but you're doing only the essential work. You're not going above and beyond. You're not going in early. You're not staying late. You are taking that full hour lunch break. Whatever your setup is, you are doing the bare minimum, because by doing the bare minimum, you are actually taking longer for money to move through the process. You know what I'm saying? We are also going to pause anything that's optional, whether it is deliveries or a project or something that can be put on the back burner. It gets put on the back burner. The other thing too is if you can't miss work, I get it. You need to make sure you're engaging in the economic blackout part of this, that you're not spending. Now, let's go to number 4, which is communication and awareness. So we are going to inform our friends, our family, anyone that we interact with on a daily basis of our plans for spending or work, because it is going to fall. Yes, it's going to fall over Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of those important things. You need to let people know why you are not spending, and maybe encourage them to join you, okay? You need to share this information responsibly, focusing on the peaceful, legal parts of it. Go ahead and share this video, repost this video, make your own video. I don't care how the information gets out. If you feel like you can't do any of the, asks, at least push this information out for others. And then last but not least, after the blackout, we are going to resume spending with independent and local businesses. We are getting away from the corporate overlords, if you will. And after this blackout is a really good time to return to the Big Beautiful Boycott page, which will be up by then, and make sure you are following along with the companies that we are officially boycotting and have officially vetted for their participation in supporting this regime. So I hope all of that makes sense. If you have questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try to do a video response, because I'm sure I left some things out. It's go time. Block your calendars out. November 25th is go time.
Well, breaking, fuck the news. Mass blackout urges Americans to stop working and shopping this week. A coalition of grassroots organizations are calling for a nationwide economic shutdown during the start of the holiday season. The mass blackout movement started by the Blackout the System, the People's Sick Day, American Opposition, the Money Out of Politics, Movement of the Progressive Network, is asking Americans to stop all spending and refuse to go to work Tuesday, November 25th through Tuesday, December 2nd. This is coordinated economic shutdown, a collective refusal to participate in a system that profits off of our pain, exploits our labor, and buys our politicians. From November 25th to December 2nd, which includes Black Friday and Cyber Monday, organizers of Mass Blackout Movement are urging people to do the following: stop online or in-store shopping, except for small businesses, stop working, stop streaming, cancel subscriptions, and don't make any digital purchases. Avoid travel, restaurants, and normal consumer behavior. Stay off of ad-driven platforms unless it's organizing purposes. The organization says if you need to spend, only do so at small local businesses and pay in cash. Small Business Saturday is exempted. And if you have to work, consider donating to Feeding America. Creators Coalition. We're not targeting small businesses or communities. We're targeting the corporate systems that profit off the injustice, fuel authoritarianism, and crush worker power. So, keep you guys in the loop. I'll keep you updated with more.
Anyone that wants this regime out of office, I need y'all to lock in. Today to December 2nd is a nationwide blackout. Don't leave yet. I got some things to tell you. I know not everyone can leave work, but I don't want you to spend any money unless it's with a small business. In fact, I'd rather you put money towards a small business right now. This action is being organized by over 30 groups, including the same organizers that created the No Kings protest. These are groups that understand power more than the average person, understand pressure. They understand how to hit a system in a way that will make them listen. There's so many of these organizations that we do not realize that are putting money into our government systems to actively hurt us, to gut our schools, to take away our rights, support the tyrant in office. We need to take action steps to hurt the systems that are actively chipping away our rights. Systems that are counting on us to be too tired or too hopeless to do anything about it. Guess what, Buttercup? This is something major you can do. I need you to understand something even bigger. During this blackout period, if you spend money with a small business, it's not just a purchase. This is a way to lift up your local community. I run a small business. You know what you're doing for me? I'm getting glasses for my kid. I'm paying for my son's therapy. I'm putting a portion of my money back into my own community. This is keeping power in the hands of regular people instead of billionaires. You know, the people that give absolutely zero fucks about your own community. I get that people are not going to be able to pause their jobs when it comes to this. There's a lot of essential workers out there. But the point of this is not perfection. The point is participation. The point is progress. Do whatever you can, because every single person that shows up, it adds weight. This is a chance for you to learn how to use your voice where you live. Build something real at home instead of waiting for a politician to save us. We keep saying we want change. Well, this is the way to make it happen. Our communities are stronger when we lift each other up. This is the week that we can prove that.
Hey, look, I know we all ain't buying shit this week, right? Don't be no scab. I don't want to see no Amazon packages that you're building. If you at Target, you better be stealing. These companies think we're pussy. They think we're not going to follow through. Their business model is exponential, never-ending growth. And I heard somebody say that's the same business model as cancer cells. So even if they don't make the amount of money they're expecting to make for a single week, they're still going to feel it. So let's keep our wallets girthy and make sure they really feel it. I know it's hard not to buy shit. I know it's hard not to spend money, especially in a city, but shop local, dude. Fuck your Starbucks. I went to my bodega this morning, got a small coffee, banana bread, $4. Fucking banana bread, dude, hell yeah. Stay strong, just shop local for one fucking week. It's all it takes, one fucking week. Don't be no fucking scab. Let's fuck the ruling class back a little bit.
I have a genuine question about the mass blackout, and I fully support all forms of resistance, so before you jump down my throat, please hear me out. Boycotts and strikes, at least from my understanding historically, are supposed to continue until change is actually achieved. So if you're giving an end date for your boycott, what is it that you're trying to achieve? Can't they just plan to see a loss in sales from this date to that date? What is the end goal? What are the demands that are being made? Because just telling everybody not to shop for, 4 or 5 days, it just doesn't seem like it's going to have the impact intended if they just know you're going to start shopping again on December 3rd. Does that make sense? And again, I'm not knocking anybody who's trying to fight and resist against all of this. I'm just trying to understand what the ultimate goal is of announcing that you're only going to boycott for like 5 days.
For some reason, I really love this change. I really love this move that the Americans have decided. First of all, let's talk about the unity. Even if it's going to be about 50 people doing this mass blackout, there is going to be change. the economy is going to feel a pinch, and maybe from that there's going to be change. Trump has made life more harder for Americans, and Americans have decided, you know what, we need to do something. First of all, Trump and his government can't do without the Americans. The Americans are the ones that form the nation. They're the ones that form the economy. And so when they stop spending, people are not going to buy from groceries. People are not going to buy from the malls. People are not going to shop. Indeed, they are very serious. And I don't know how they came about with this system, the mass blackout system. I hear that it is not the first time that they're doing this. They did it before and there was a change. So hopefully we are looking forward for a change from this mass blackout. One thing that the government, the president forgets is that without these people, he is not going to survive. He thinks that he's making life hard for them. But if these people decide that, you know what, we are going to move from the US and move somewhere else, he is going to suffer. He's not going to survive. And if roles were reversed, if people were the ones making rules or policies in a nation, this man, Donald Trump, would be suffering so much. Kudos, Americans. I just love that it doesn't matter whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are mixed. Americans have come together, and this unity is something that I always pray for. For the longest time, it has been just black people going out to protest, going out to march for things to change. But this time round, it is not only the black people, but any other race. And they think that they are not going out to protest. No, because protests come with a lot of loss of lives, loss of properties. They're not going out to march. They're just doing it silently and quietly in their homes. This is so great, guys. For the Americans, I clap for you guys. I hope that you get the change that you want. You teach these people, the billionaires that are enjoying from you guys. One thing they forget is that without the labor of the regular citizens or the normal people, they won't be up there. They won't be earning the billions that they're earning. They won't have the properties that they're having. They really forget about this. They really forget the labor that it is not seen, the unseen labor that makes things work. One of the videos someone has said, the economy is like a wheel, and it needs to be fed in order for it to run, to keep running. So what happens when the unseen labor is cut off? The wheel will stop from running. And who are going to suffer the most? The people who are up there, the billionaires. Those who think the country is theirs. They think that people should move out and leave the country for them. So when this labor is not there, people are not buying, people are not working. Most businesses are going to be affected, and this is going to affect the economy of America, you see. And if the economy is affected, most things will not run because the government depends on this money to do a lot of things. So if they're not getting something from the taxes, they are going to suffer, and maybe from feeling the pinch of the suffering, they are going to act right. They are going to do something about it. For the Americans who say that they can't survive without working, like they need bills to pay, they have bills to pay, they have things that need money, I feel like there are other options of how you can support this mass blackout system. You see, don't just be seated and say, this is not my fight, it is their fight. The one fact is that you are in that nation too. You are a citizen of that nation, and you are feeling the pinch of everything that is happening. Every policy that is being made is affecting you too as an American. So if you can't stop working, find another means. You can even wear a blackout mask. You can just spread awareness online. There are a lot of things you can do to support other people, to support the nation. You see, when people are this together, don't miss out. Don't say that it doesn't concern me, let them do it. We have done it before. No. my hope and prayers that all Americans come together. Even if you will just be like 1,000, there is going to be a pinch in the economy. It doesn't have to be all of you. We also have those people who don't care about anything. They're just okay. Whether people go left, they go right. People go north, they go south. But for those who can, you can stop spending. You can stop going to work and still live your normal life day to day. Do it. It is just a week, not even a month, just a week. If you do this, Trump is going to feel shaken. He's going to feel scared, and he will do something about it. So, guys, I love that unity. I hope that the unity, you keep the unity, the togetherness in doing this forever. My hope and prayer is that you guys, the Americans, whether black, whether white, whether brown, you continue to being together in everything. You fight for yourselves, because without you people, the nation cannot survive. The nation is people, and even those leaders who are up there, they would not be up there if it is not for you guys. You're the ones who put them in office, but they forgot their roles. They saw that as a chance to fatten themselves and forget their people, but you can teach them a lesson by doing this. So all Americans, kindly come together, do this mass blackout. You are going to feel the change, because we can't sing about change, and yet we do nothing about it. I know it is going to be hard. We have so many people who can't survive without spending. You just feel like, I need to buy this, I need to go somewhere and do this, but it is only for a week, guys. You can do it. Prove it to yourself that you can do it. Prove it to your people that you're loyal and you're going to support everything that they do. So guys, let me hear your thoughts about this. For Americans, are you supporting the mass blackout system, or you're not? And tell us the reason as to why. If you're not supporting the mass blackout, what is your reason? Because I believe you are an American and you're feeling the pinch of how things are, of how things are hard, how the bills have risen. You are feeling the pinch of the economy, the medical bills, the house bills. So I believe that you are doing something to make a change. Don't just sit down, sit back and leave it for others. So with that said, guys, let me stop from here. Let me know your thoughts about this video. I'll really appreciate. See you in the next one. Bye.